Hello, welcome to Wednesday market pre-market observation. It's Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. Goodness gracious, we are getting so close to Christmas. The year end is coming, people. All right, let's jump right to the disaster du jour. FedEx. If you follow FedEx earning for the last few quarters, it has been nothing but cost cutting. Okay, they go back and look. If you don't believe me, go back and look. It has not been volume growth. It has been raising prices and falling volume. And it's at the tipping point now where even with higher prices, lower energy costs, volume is dropping too much. And say hello to the gap fill, right? There's a gap fill right here at 245, and look like in pre-market we're gonna be testing that. So be very careful. If you're gonna do anything there, I would say I might throw out a put spread below the 200-day moving average. In fact, I might do it right here. See this right here, 240? That might be a good spot to do a 240, 235 put spread with 2 days left to expire. But that would be the highest put spread I play. Using, first of all, you have 3 level of moving average that's going to be obliterated at the opening. Stop is going to be trigger left and right, and the short's going to pile in, and then you get the gap fill, and then you get a 200. So I do think there's going to be support there. See, the last time it came twice, right? It does breach it, so we'll see. Like I said, for me, if there is juice below, right? If the market open at 9:30 and by 9:35 it come all the way down to 200, then I might even do a 235, 230. The lower the better. I don't need to take huge risk here, but that's FedEx for you. All right, let's TLT. Floating around. TLT can stay in this range between 98 and 99. Occasionally dip down to 97, even 96, I think. But this is the level. Look, the old saying for people that do TA, what was support eventually turn into resistance. And if you can break through that resistance clearly, then it becomes support, failure. Now it's resistance. This is the first time in the past many months that it came back into the picture, right? So we have a long way to go, in my opinion. Okay, so no rush. I sold some call spread that expired January 5th in the 99, 100 range. So that's in good shape. Those two call spread are in very good shape to net me probably 9-ish or above by January 5th. But we'll see. Anything above 97 and I'm in the money. The break even for me is in the 90, below 96. But who want to break even? We're in this game not to break even, right? So for now, that's it. The only thing that I bought a little bit this week is Microsoft. I even sold. And as far as the buy range, sure, I'm at very little. But I think in this area here between I bought it at 370. I have an order in at 370, 369. I have ordered in from 370 all the way down. Okay, so one of those orders did trigger. Let me see here. But that's it. That's the only thing I trim. Of course, I trim NVIDIA. Yesterday it dropped. Look like it's gonna drop again today. I trim a lot of NVIDIA. I'm down to half-ish compared to what I had down here. So it's been a good run. Uh, I have a sell order in at the last sales I had was 500. I had ordered in at 505. Was it 500 or 502? I can't remember, but I did trim a few share between 500 and maybe 502. I can't remember. But my next sell order is, of course, 505. So, and I'm fine holding the share that I have now, but I do have a stop in. Okay, my stop is, of course, the 20 MA on the remaining share that I have, because I don't mind getting stop out there and buy back down here in the 460 range. Why not? Do you like to give away $16? I don't. I do not want to give back $16 per share, right? So that's a good 3%. So no, I'm not foolish enough to do that. So there's a stop. Meta, not Meta. Google, I have not trimmed either. I have ordered in to trim, but not quite yet. Where? Up there, okay? Up here. 139 is my order. I get 139, 140, 141. So basically, I have 3 trim order up here. And would I add to Google below 132, right? I have a stop. Actually, the stop I have is at 134. I raised the stop yesterday. It was, before that, my stop was at 130. And then I was debating whether I should raise my stop to 132 or 133 or 134, and I end up raising my stop to 134 with a buy order at 133. We'll see. I will play around with the range, but yeah, keep it tight, okay? We are at the zone where you want to keep it tight. That's how I look at it. It's no point on taking unnecessary risk, especially with decent profit in many of the situation I'm in. As far as the Max 7, they all have fairly decent gain. Okay, so give me a second here. Let me answer a quick text right here before I continue. Just give me a second. As far as the other Max 7, I have not trimmed Amazon either. It's not in a zone that I being a little bit greedy there, no doubt. Give me a second here. Take me a little bit longer to type this text because I hate texting, to be honest. Some people love texting. The younger generation can't get enough of that, but not me. I find it to be laborious, and even though I don't have fat fingers, mistyping is way too common, and autocorrect is usually a disaster. Okay, let's go back to Amazon. Let's go to Amazon. Amazon, getting close, okay, getting close. I had trim order in, and then I decided I want to be a little bit greedy here on Amazon. But for sure, there's an order in at 160, okay, at the top of the range, 160. Would I lower that down to 158? I might, but for now, I have 160 as my exit area. Plus, I had the least out of all of the Max 7. Amazon is the smallest of my position, so I don't have a lot of share to trim. So I decided to be greedy there, okay? Let's talk about gold. GDX looking good. I did call spread 31, 35, 31, 36. Why 36? You see this right here? This is up here, 36. Yeah, but the call spread that range 31 to 36 is out to the, I believe, the end of January or the first week of February. I believe it's the end. No, I have a 31, 35 at the end of January, the third week of January, I think. And then the first week of February, that is where my 31, 36 call spread is. Because yeah, I got time. I buy myself time. But as far as share, I have not add any share. I sold naked puts at 30, 29.5, as well as 29. Okay, so for me, any dip below 30, I have no problem adding a whole lot. Okay, so that's the play right now. GLD, I have not add either. I sold spread here where in the 183 range. All right, 183, 180. If it is any, I mentioned the last couple of weeks, if GLD get anywhere into the 181 zone, it's back up the truck. Okay, it's that simple. We're going all in big if it get down there. But for now, we have time, patience, right? Energy. Surprisingly, energy bounced. Surprisingly, I mean, this was ugly. I don't have. I have a couple of put spread that expire, but they're way down here. I sold them like 62, 50. It's way low. But on this bounce in energy here, I am more interested in scaling out of Chevron. My next sell order is up here, the gap fill, okay, right here. 153.75 is my order. I have ordered in between 153.75 all the way up to 158-ish, wherever the 200-day moving average is. But yeah, and it would be bad. Okay, if I can exit the remaining position between 153.75 and 158, the damage will be I wouldn't say minimal. To me, anything that I call minimal damage would be like less than $500. But I think the damage might be somewhere between 500 and 1,000. I start out with 125 share. So when I bought it, my cost is around 160-ish. Okay, so you can do the math. That's why, even if I get out at 155 on the average compared to average cost at 160, then yeah, it stings a little bit, yeah. But that's okay. XOM, I have an order into trim between 104 and 108. And of course, for sure, some 105 where the gap fill is as well, okay? So yeah, if Exxon get back anywhere near 108, I will be completely out, and I'm actually would be not losing money there. Okay, I'm not even right now, but if it get anywhere near the gap fill, then because that's where I bought some of my Exxon share was on the dip here in the head and shoulder area. You can call this shoulder, head, shoulder, right? I thought for sure this looking good, and then the energy market crash. Thing was looking good for Exxon there for a while. Okay, let's talk about drug pharma. JSK has some crazy action. I was debating, trust me, I was debating to add the JSK, but I said, okay, let's be patient. Orders in to trim more up here, right? There's a stop in place. So we'll see. But for now, I'm just not adding, just looking to trim. And if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I have no problem buying back in a 34 range and below. Stay disciplined. FV, I did sell a few put spread here and there, but as you can see, it's at the resistance. Gap fill, Okay, if it well, the gap fill is up here, but that's a gap down, and then you got the floating. This is, you can count this as one, right, into the zone, twice, three times. So the more you test it, the more likely you can break through. Okay, because like I said in another video, what happened is when you gap down, you're gonna face sellers that, imagine if you bought the share here, okay, or here, or anywhere above the gray zone, and then you see this gap down and you didn't sell, and then you endure this pain from 155 all the way down to 130. That's huge. 12% of pain. And then you saw, and then if you're one of those people that didn't get out here, you feel stupid. And then you do it, that's twice, you feel stupid. And then you had to do another trip down to the 130. So heck no, you can't take it anymore after want to run to the exit. Now, well, let them run. And then when they're done, then there's a chance, okay? Because look, if you go back 3 years, right? Yeah, it's a tough area. It's a zone where it caught anyone that bought above this gray line, as you can see, has been regretting it going back over a year and a half, right? So yeah. So yeah, it is what it is. Eli Lilly, I have trimmed enough where I feel comfortable. We are getting close to the point that I want to be honest, Eli Lilly is getting on my nerves, okay? But there's a triangle here, okay? You can look at this as a triangle that could be a breakdown, okay? So it can go sideways for a while, but I think my stop is right here, the 100 MA, right? I have a stop in for all of the share. I said the risk reward, whatever, okay? It was a tough decision to put my stop right there, but I said I gotta do it. Okay, I'm tired of this up $9 one day, up five, down $9 one day, up four. It's like I said, it's been a grind down this past 5 weeks, no doubt about that, right? You can see it, a grind down. It wears on you. It wears on me. Luckily, I have a small position. It's no longer a big position. It was much bigger at this point. Okay, it was much bigger here. I pared down by 1/3, get rid of all my trading shares. So I basically have what's left is the original share that I had on this gap up. Okay, so it's a lot of gains, in there. So I'm not gonna get back a whole lot. I refuse to. Gilead, I didn't do anything. I should have trimmed. My bad. Okay, I was being too greedy at that point right there. 82.6. I believe I did trim a little bit, but not a lot. Okay, I should have trimmed more, but yeah, not much to do now. Now, would I buy back at 78? The answer is yes. I would buy back the few shares that I trimmed there. My cost is way down here. Okay, that's why I'm kind of my bad for not trim more, because when my cost is below 75, I bought all those shares here. All right. Do I need to talk about Pfizer? It's looking to fill the gap. Okay. It's gonna try. But the question is, how many remorse holder do we have this past year that's gonna say enough is enough? So no reason to get in there. Okay, no reason. As far as the other big one, oh my, ARGX. I saw a flashing headline. I felt super lucky. See, I played the put spread game, make decent money. It was real good money because the premium was jacked. it was like I sold two put spread, and the premium between the two was like $260 on two put spread, but they expire now. Luckily, ARGX only have monthly option. So as tempted as I was to continue to play the game, I don't want to do it, because for me, I want to do weekly. Sure, sometimes there's time when I do monthly, sometimes even 2 months out. Different scenario. If I was confident in the direction of a stock, whether it's like TLT, as I do the call spread, or GDX, the call spread, or XBI, the call spread, yeah, I can do a month, 6 weeks, 2 months out, because I'm confident in the direction in the next 2 months. But with something like ARGX that is very volatile, there's no way for me to put that kind of risk in play. But now, today, 347, wow, we are talking about wow. Okay, so look out, look out. What is the headline? Clinical trial of blah 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 failed to meet primary endpoint. Now, is this a different? Uh, huh. Let's see. I believe this is the same drug that. Oops. What? Said when the clinical study, blah blah blah. You know, for once, I wish all the drugs are named with normal name. I'm sure there is a scientific reason why they name every drug a certain way, but Efgartigimod, come on, come on. It's like these mofo scientists naming drugs, getting the source from Harry Potter book or something. It's just nonsense. Using, I'm sure they're using, good explanation. Oh, it's Latin this or that, but come on, come on. Efgartigimod, whatever. The trial results show the proportion of patients with pemphigus vulgaris, a rare long-term condition caused by a problem with the immune system, achieving the primary endpoint of complete remission. Arngens said it will not move forward with additional development and plan to prioritize clinical development. I'm not a scientist, and I don't care to be a scientist. Whatever. That's all I gotta say. Whatever. But I will look to like the option here. But that is crazy for it to gap below the gap. And my God, what is going on there? Pain and suffering. That's what it is. So be careful, people. Okay, with these biotech, be careful. CRISPR. Um, if you have it, I would hope that you take the chance to trim. I'm all out. I have put spread. I have put spread, and would I sell put spread on any kind of dip? Let me put it this way. I'm gonna put it on alert right here. If CRISPR dipped in below 60, now CRISPR have weekly option, so me like that. Okay, sell spread below. Okay, so if that trigger alert go off and I get a text, then I will look to sell maybe 53.50 spread. Yeah, I will go. I have done this a few times, but I sold higher spread the last couple of weeks. I sold them higher, but I want to be more cautious. You can only tempt fate enough time before you get bite. Okay, before you get bitten. You know, you can't go back to the well too often. Okay, let's hit the sector that I am eyeing to re-enter. Okay, Humana. This could be two green candle is safe. It's safer, but you can still get the rug pull. Keep that in mind. Okay, now I talk about this where I think a safer spot to play Humana, which I am doing. I have 3 put spread in play right here, but where? Where do I do it? You see this 200-day moving, weekly moving average? Bang, key support, big money. Okay, can you imagine buying Humana at 351 and 10 months later? Yeah, that is sweet, sweet return. Okay, where else can you get that kind of return? You're talking with that almost 60% on a mega cap. Yeah, that is sweet ride. Okay, sweet ride. This is large cap, not mega cap, but that is a sweet ride. And then bang, 420, 422-ish to 520-ish, right? That's not bad. You're talking in a 4-month span, yeah? So yeah, I like what I see here, okay? I like. Now, at the same time, we could have diminishing return, right? It's just look at the, you can draw the line like that, right? So, but yeah, for me, that's where I play my put spread. I sell 440, 435. I have 3 put spread expiring this Friday, and I'm likely to rinse and repeat for next week if Humana stay around this range, because I think that's an area that I can buy. That I play put spread here and there, but the last time that I owned any share was on this nasty gap down and all this nonsense, and then I got out. Okay, and then I may have sell put spread over here, but yeah, uh, orders are in 516. If I were to sell put spread, it's going to be below 500. Okay, if there's violent reaction down, I'll put an alert right here. So if it tests the 100 MA, I will look to sell put spread below the 200 MA. Okay, that's the plan. I might not buy share yet, but I might. We'll see. It's all come down to how to get down there and what the environment is. You gotta take it day by day. It's hard to say, okay, I will buy at this level, but what happens if the overall market is on free fall? Okay, so let me segue into something real quick. Whether it's a buy zone or sell zone, for me, sure, I set things up, set alert, set buy and sell orders in, but I also pay attention to the bigger picture. Okay, I always go from company to sector and then to market. There's always that funnel of information that drive the decision making. Sure, I always start out at the company specific, and then it go into the sectors, and then it go into the overall market. That's how I approach it. So just because I say, oh, I'm gonna put but that's why I set the alert. Just because I set the alert there does not mean that I'm gonna blindly buy something there. What happened if everything changed in the overall market where the Santa rally is over and everyone is running out the door? Heck no, would I buy, right? Because we could have a cascade move like this, okay, or like this, a bleed that frustrate everyone for 3 months, right? So no hurry, right? You gotta take into the environment of everything from big macro to the micro level, all right? Take that in mind as far as whenever I say I want to buy or sell something. Same thing with trimming. If I was talking about trimming the Max 7, as long as the market is still in a bull mode, center rally is still something that I think still going on. Yeah, but if I think this is it, if I feel or see in the data that this is it, then yeah, guess what? I will set a stop and blow out all my Max 7 for now and be happy with the big gain in those few shares that I bought 2 weeks ago. Be done, right? So as far as ELV, I'm more likely to buy here, right? I like ELV down here. Once again, I will play the put spread, but I want to put an alert. So if it violate, it get below 460, then the game is on for a put spread for me there. Or even buy share. I have ordered in to buy share, but like I said, it's my initial share. I believe the order is 462. Yeah. Sell spread. Okay. Basically, I have ordered in to add a few shares at the low 15. Okay, so well, I have ordered in. I take that back. I have ordered in there, and then I believe 460, and then $1 apart all the way down. Okay, but if I got that alert, then I likely to sell a put spread where down here 450. Okay, I go back to what I've been doing with ELV for a long time, but I have not done much with ELV in a while. Not in the last month when it's up here. I said many times over the past month, it's time to go, right? Cigna is the strongest one, and yeah, they had after they canceled the Humana merger, whatever. There's a big spike, so it's my least favorite one out of all of them, from ELV to UNH to Humana. Cigna is my least. I'm not even consider doing anything there. I did, for those that remember, so put spread when it was going in this crazy mode down here. But for now, nah. When this crashed down here because of the stupid result. Okay, that's all I gotta say. BTC. BTC. That's over 43. Nothing to do here but let it ride. Okay, like I said, I got the alert set up there at 47.7. I will be trimming. It'd be nice if it get there and get the alert during market hours so that I can actually sell GBTC, because you can't sell GBTC after, outside of the market opening time. It's kind of stupid. I can't wait for the ETF. Well, I would, once the ETF is launched, whether it's next week or in 2 weeks or whatever it is, and the gap between GBTC close completely, I will be out of GBTC completely. Okay, I have zero desire to hold GBTC once the gap is filled between the discount and Bitcoin, because I want to be able to trade whenever I want to, not locked in between 9:30 and 4 o'clock nonsense. Bitcoin make a lot of big move when other people are sleeping. So yeah, that's my thing on that. The couple area that I was looking to enter last week, but I missed my chance. Of course, I talked about this in the chat group. Mosaic, all right. I was like, yeah, I think it's a good time to buy Mosaic while it ran. Now it got the resistance, so it's no touch. Okay. Same thing with FMC. I mentioned these two. Would I buy FMC? Maybe on 55, but for now, yeah, it's hey, I was watching it when it break the 20 and looking to buy, and then missed it. It is what it is. Sometimes you missed it. Okay. I think that's about it, right? Did I miss anything? As always, if you want me to talk anything specific, put it down in the comment below. Otherwise, I just focus on what comes to my brain, right? It's oh, before I go, let's go through all the cheap stuff that we love. McDonald's, okay. It's a trim up here, right? It's a trim. I don't have a lot of share left, but it's a trim. And it shrank into the 295, 300 zone is the rest of my order. Okay, I already trimmed at 295. I have order in at 296 through 300 to completely exit. Okay, so it is that simple. Coke, I trim, right? Like most, I hope people would take the common sense to trim up here. And I have more order at 59 all the way to 60. Okay, it is small gain, but it is what it is. If you bought on this October dump, you should make money, however small. Pepsi, struggle, but yeah, if we get back to 172, I have an order in to trim at 172 because back then it was up here, right? I put in those order a week or two ago, but now the 100 is coming down, so I might have to revise it. I'm gonna leave the order as is, but if I see it touch the 100 and reject swiftly, then I'm just gonna blow out the position. Okay, I don't have a lot, but a small gain, I take it. Let's see what else. What else? If you have Triple M, time to go. Yeah, trim for sure. Raise your stop. I have a few Honeywell left. It's right here. Okay, we are once again another example of the gap fill. Okay, hopefully by now those that watch my video for the past year plus see what I'm talking about, right? Imagine you buy Honeywell and hold Honeywell all the way up, and you say, nope, not selling, and then you watch all your gain evaporate, and you suffer pain, lots of pain, and then you breathe a sigh of relief after the October tax loss selling is done, and now it's back to where the gap down is. You think you think a lot of people won't sell? Is that the reason why it's been here for 4 days and struggle? Yeah, it's okay. It's psychology. Okay, TA, for the lack of a better way to simplify, is measurement of emotion. Okay, that's how I try and explain to most people that don't understand TA. I say TA is a measurement of emotion, not fundamental. It's emotion. Okay, it play into the psychology of investors and traders both. You know, people always look at TA and say, "Oh, it's not useful for long term." No, it is. Entry point matters, exit point matters. Only ignorant people ignore TA and use the term, "I'm investing for the long term. I don't need to worry about TA. It's foo-foo. It's nonsense. If you buy and hold for 10 years, you do fine." That's just nonsense. There's plenty of stock that people buy and hold for 10 years that return negative. Stop the nonsense. All right, enough yapping from me. Econ data, not a big deal today, but tomorrow. Tomorrow is jobless claim, continuing jobless claim. It's the job data Thursday that can make a big movement in whether TOT or the stock market. So we'll see what today will be. But the big move more likely will be tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Now I'm gone.